And welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome back here to the channel, guys. Barcelona have found their way to the quarter-final of the Champions League. We have got past Napoli at the Camp Nou tonight. It wasn't easy, it wasn't exactly thrilling to watch either, but believe me, there is plenty to discuss in a game that was packed full of action without really impressing us all that much. Full discussion and all the analysis coming up. Let's do it. And of course, today's big match review is coming to you courtesy of the OneFootball app, guys. And really tonight, you will have seen on the OneFootball app, if you were keeping up to date there with the stats, there was 4 goals in the first half. Napoli had a lot more possession than we were expecting them to have. But at the end of the day, it didn't really happen for Barcelona. I think, yes, you look at it there. We scored 3 goals. We did have some nice moments there in front of goal, particularly in the first half. We found ourselves sort of 3-0 up, and it was almost like, wow, this is brilliant. This is exactly what we wanted. But in terms of the play, you were looking for more. You were looking there for a bit more intensity. I think certainly the way we started the game, it wasn't ideal. This right here was how Quique Setién started the game in terms of his team selection. We had that back four that pretty much we expected. It was then Rakitic who was holding in midfield, who I don't think had a brilliant game on the night. You had Sergio Roberto there alongside Frenkie de Jong, and then the front three for me, they didn't really do enough. Of course, you had Messi, who was picking up the ball. We're going to talk about his goal. He made things happen. But I think with Suárez and Griezmann, they were sort of not really taking up those central positions. I wouldn't say they both stayed very, very high. At times, you had Griezmann coming here, coming deep, but not really ever getting on the ball. And I just think for Barcelona, again, even though we got the result, it does leave more questions than it does answers. But look, let's go through the game here. Let's go through the match action, because of course, we did start the game pretty slowly. We did sort of start as we meant to go on, because Napoli started the game there on the front foot. They hit the post within 90 seconds. It was Mertens there in behind. It was sluggish play, sluggish defending from Barcelona. The ball just cannons off Piqué, and then bang, Mertens, who doesn't actually connect with it well, just hits the post, and Napoli could have been ahead. But then that's the thing. Barcelona did bounce back. We did have chances then in front of goal, and actually tonight we were very, very clinical in our finishing. And I'll tell you what tonight was for me. It was a very, very similar sort of performance and sort of result that we would have seen from Ernesto Valverde's Barcelona. And that's not exactly a compliment, as you know, coming from me. Because what you've seen tonight is Barca 3, Napoli 1. On the face of it, you think, well, we must have played pretty well. We must have done pretty well to score 3 goals against Napoli. But we didn't really do that well. Longley scored a brilliant goal. Good ball in from Rakitic. Longley rises highest. And it's a brilliant header there. Across the goalkeeper, it's past Ospina before he can even blink. And that was a really, really important goal there. 10 minutes into the game, that's exactly what we needed there, just to calm the nerves. And I think then it's all about Messi. From that moment on then, once we had the lead, Messi comes to life. Messi with an absolutely sensational goal there to double our lead. There's 3 players around him there. He's just coming into the area. He's got Napoli defenders there swarming all around him. He somehow finds his way through. Then he actually loses his footing. He goes down to the floor. Somehow he springs back up, still keeping hold of the ball, and then he's actually going down again, but he gets a shot away. He curls it round the Napoli defenders, just inside the post there, beats Ospina. It's a wonderful individual goal, and that's what you want from Messi. Those are the kind of moments that in the Champions League, on a night like this, that is what you want from the great man. And he should have had another. He should have had another goal, but it was wrongly, for me, disallowed. It's a brilliant ball in from de Jong, lovely weight on it. Messi brings it down with his chest. He then finishes it off in a really nice manner. It should have been 3-0 and a second goal for Messi, but VAR there took a long look at it. Over 2 minutes it took there, looking at the angles, and they believe that he brought it down there with his arm. But like I say, I felt as though Messi chested it. It wasn't really a handball. UEFA right now seem very, very eager to give everything as a handball. But I feel there Messi definitely robbed of that goal. But as that half went on there, towards half-time, he would win a penalty kick, but only just about, because it was a moment there, and it's one of those moments where Koulibaly is on the ball. He's not aware of where Messi is. He's about to clear it. Messi comes in from nowhere. He wins back the ball in Napoli's box, and Koulibaly can't really stop himself from the clearance that he was about to do. And in the process, he just hacks away at Messi. It's the most obvious penalty kick that you're likely to see, but still, we had a sort of 5-minute break there while VAR were just checking it. They couldn't decide whether it was a penalty. The referee had to go over, look at a monitor before they actually pointed to the spot. And you're just looking at that thinking, how can you not see that's a penalty? Koulibaly basically just swiped Messi's legs away. It's obvious. It's right there in front of you. Finally, we get the decision. Messi was actually impacted there by that tackle. He stayed down. He was in a bit of pain. So Suárez steps up. Really confident. Really good penalty. Sticks it away there, top right-hand corner. And Barcelona, at that point, just going into half-time, 3-0, so comfortable, without actually playing all that well. But, of course, we couldn't exactly do it the easy way, and just before the half-time break there, well into first half stoppage time, because there was a lot of time added on there because of all those VAR checks. It's Mertens there in the area. Rakitic does make contact. It's a silly challenge to make because you know what player in that situation, they're just going to throw themselves to the floor. That's what Mertens does. He wins the penalty. The referee there didn't need, funny enough, to go to VAR for that one. He just gave it. Seemed very, very eager to get the penalty. Insigne steps up, magically fit for this game that he was, and he sticks it away there to bring Napoli into the game at 3-1. So at half-time, it was Barca 3, Napoli 1. I think we were comfortable. I think that was probably better than we expected it to be in terms of goals. But like I say, in terms of that performance, the way then we came out in the second half, it was sluggish. It was tired. It looked out there like a team who needed something, who needed an injection of energy. And the biggest thing that I would take away from this game, and I know you guys feel the same, I know that you're absolutely with me on this, why on earth did we not make more changes? Why is Setién here so against bringing players on, making a change here and there, renewing the team with some energy? And especially when you look at the bench there, I know that we're not blessed with options right now. I know that we have injury problems, that we have suspensions, but you've got Ansu, you've got Ricky Puig. Surely one of those players, or both of them, should have come on in this game. But instead, it was 83 minutes before Quique Setién said, you know what, maybe we should make a change. By that point, Napoli and Gattuso had made all of their subs. 5 Napoli changes were made by the time Barcelona there brought on Monchu for Antoine Griezmann. He didn't look all that happy to be going off. I thought Monchu came on. Nice to see him getting some minutes. I thought he played really well, actually, in the time that he was on the field. And then another sub came in the 92nd minute. It was Junior Firpo coming on and Luis Suárez coming off. And I just felt there, in those closing stages, we clearly weren't playing well. We were clearly tiring. Messi had his hands on his knees. He was bent over, clearly tired. Of course, luckily for him, he managed to avoid that yellow card, so he's all fine now for the quarter-final. But you just look at that team, and they just didn't look like a team who were inspired today. They didn't look like a team who were going into the next game firing on all cylinders, like Bayern are. And believe me, of course we're happy to be there. We are on our way to Lisbon, and we're going to go there, and we're going to give it everything. We are not going to give up here. We're not just going to throw in the towel and say, you know what, Bayern are going to win easily. Of course Bayern go into the game as favourites. They do, because they're on fire right now. But this team, they've got to find something. Barcelona here, Quique Setién, you've got to do better. You've got to shake things up here, because in that quarter-final, it's going to be a massive, massive step up in quality. Bayern are a top team, and if we want to have any chance of competing with them, we have to do more. We have to give more. We have to get ourselves up for that game, and every single one of those players, you've got to have some fight. Come on, we are through. But we must do better. And just to keep you updated there on what has happened elsewhere in terms of our opponents in the quarter-final, Bayern, of course, were also in action tonight, taking on Chelsea in the reverse leg of that one. Bayern 4, Chelsea 1 on the night. They did not back down, even though they had a 3-goal lead, even though they are probably already in the quarter-final. They still came out with all of that quality, all of that hunger and desire to do more. 4 goals for them, 2 from Robert Lewandowski, 1 from Perisic, and 1 from Tolisso. And also tonight, what Flick was able to do was actually refresh his team. In the second half there, they made a lot of changes, they brought on a lot of different players, and they basically there gave everybody a run out, and they'll be going into that quarter-final absolutely high on confidence. And like I say, we've got to do more. If we want to even think there about going and facing a team like Bayern, not only with the players they have, but the way they're feeling and the way they've been showing over these past few months, we have to do more. We have to do more. We have to do more. So please leave your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. What did you make tonight of Barcelona's performance against Napoli? Like I say, I want to stress, of course I'm happy that we got through. Of course I'm happy tonight that we overcome the obstacle of Napoli. And it wasn't going to be easy, and we shouldn't take that for granted here, that we have got the job done. But I just want to see this team actually realising their potential. We've got good players, we know what they can do, but Setién has got to get it out of them. We should have seen more subs today. Ansu, Ricky, they shouldn't have been on the bench for the whole game. I've got no doubt in my mind at all about that. Let me know your thoughts in full on the game down below. And later on tonight as well, there'll be player ratings where we're going to be discussing each of the players' performance and Quique Setién. That's coming there over on more TalkFCB. I'll see you soon, guys. Thanks for joining me right throughout this round of 16 second leg. I'll see you soon as we discuss the quarters. There is lots to come. But until next time, as always, Visca el Barça.